The unspoken struggles of BTS members' honest confessions. Behind the dazzling smiles and synchronized choreography, the members of BTS have been open about their struggles with fame, pressure, and personal demons. Despite their immense success, they've shared moments of unhappiness, vulnerability, and victimhood. RM's burden of leadership. The leader of BTS, has shouldered the weight of responsibility since the group's debut. In a 2020 interview with Vogue Korea, confessed that the pressure to constantly produce hits and meet expectations had taken a toll on his mental health. 1. There are times when I feel like I'm losing myself, he said, his voice laced with sadness. Jin's struggle with self-doubt. Jin, the oldest member of BTS, has been open about his struggles with self-doubt and insecurity. In a 2019 interview with Elle Korea, Jin shared that he often feels like he's not good enough, despite his impressive accomplishments, too. I'm always worried that I'll disappoint others, he said, his eyes welling up with tears. Suga's battle with depression. Suga, the group's resident rapper and producer, has been candid about his struggles with depression and anxiety. In a 2020 interview with Harper's Bazaar Korea, Suga shared that he had felt overwhelmed by the pressures of fame and had considered quitting music altogether. 3. I felt like I was drowning in my own thoughts, he said, his voice cracking with emotion. J-Hope's fear of failure. J-Hope, the group's energetic and charismatic performer, has confessed to struggling with fear of failure. In a 2019 interview with Cosmopolitan Korea, J-Hope shared that he often worries about not meeting expectations and disappointing his fans. 4. I'm always afraid of failing, he said, his brow furrowed with concern. Jimin's struggle with perfectionism. Jimin, the group's talented vocalist and dancer, has been open about his struggles with perfectionism. In a 2020 interview with Elle Korea, Jimin shared that he often feels like he's not good enough, despite his impressive skills. 5. I'm always striving for perfection, he said, his eyes shining with determination. V's battle with social anxiety. V, the group's creative and artistic member, has confessed to struggling with social anxiety. In a 2019 interview with GQ Korea, V shared that he often feels overwhelmed by large crowds and social gatherings. 6. I feel like I'm suffocating, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Jungkook's fear of losing himself. Jungkook, the group's youngest member and talented performer, has been open about his fear of losing himself in the chaos of fame. In a 2020 interview with Vogue Korea, shared that he often worries about forgetting his true self amidst the pressures of fame. 7. I'm afraid of losing myself, he said, his eyes wide with concern. Conclusion. The members of BTS have been bravely honest about their struggles with fame, pressure, and personal demons. Despite their immense success, they've shared moments of unhappiness, vulnerability, and victimhood. By speaking out about their struggles, they've helped to break down stigmas surrounding mental health and encouraged fans to prioritize self-care and seek help when needed.